Mhm.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Paul Kalina. He's sipping some spice water, and he agreed to have this short interview about men who cleanse. So if you're a guy out there, or if you have a man in your life and you're wondering about, I do this cleansing thing, what's it like for guys? Paul's going to shed a little bit of light on that. So Paul, thanks for
Right.
being a cleanser and for coming on with me and talking about being a guy who cleanses. What's the
Yeah.
deal?
Well, as my wife is Fanny has done it. This is her third. This was her third, and I've just been doing a lot of personal work, and some inside of me said, you need to do this cleanse with Fan coming into the spring. And I put on a bunch of weight over winter. I had been trying to figure out, like, gosh, I'm not. My eating habits haven't really changed a lot. Why am I not feeling good? I'm feeling 47. I was a physical theater artist. I was an acrobat. I was starting to feel, my arthritis was getting worse. Everything. I was like, man, I was getting pretty depressed, actually. And then this voice was just saying, go on this cleanse. So we started it, and quickly I dropped into it. And over the course of the 3 weeks, as I said to you, I lost 17 pounds. But more interesting in that was that my arthritis got better. I have let's get personal. Why not? I'm in theater. I have an enlarged prostate, inherited. All the men have this issue, which causes issues with urination. Suddenly, dropping the coffee to 1 cup a day in the morning.
Yeah.
And drinking more water.
Yeah, the
Suddenly,
superhydration.
that issue is improved a lot. It's
Yeah.
not where it was when I was 20, but I would say it's 60% better.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
And then I was feeling 30 again. I was like, man, I feel like I'm 30 again. This is great. And the muscle mass that I lost, which was armor, I call it body armor,
Yeah.
the deflection shield, went away, and now I'm finding I have greater mobility, movement, and now I can start to strengthen that in a way that's healthy. That is reflective of who I am, right?
Awesome. Did you have enough
So-
to eat?
What?
Did you have enough to eat?
Yeah.
Were you
that's the
hungry?
thing. I did. I did have enough to eat, and then the pyramid, I call it the pyramid, whatever, the large meal at lunch, which I said, Fan, this is how my father's family always ate. They
Yeah.
had this greenhouse they worked at, and my great aunt set out this huge spread at lunch, and they'd eat this big meal, and then go back and work, and then dinner time they
Little
would snack
supper.
a few things, and then go to
Yeah,
bed. And,
yeah.
and they would, nobody had
Yeah. Yeah.
issues in my family. I was like, this is how they always did it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this makes sense. I've seen it, and it made me feel so much better. But also, I felt healthy, but I also felt I understood my relationship to food. What actually wasn't good for me, what I could eat that I was kind of fine with, but Fan couldn't, and vice versa.
Right.
Like, that's effective. Like, I've stayed away from cheese, and I was a big cheese man.
Cheeseaholic. Yeah.
But I'm like, I look at it, and I can just feel my body go.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just staying away from it. I'm like, okay, there's other dairy that I can do, and I feel okay.
Wow.
I'm just kind of changing my relationship with it, and I just feel better. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. So what's your advice for any guy that's thinking about cleansing? Because, mostly our cleanses at Yoga Wisdom and Wellness are a lot like a yoga class. You walk in, it's like if there are 20 women, there's maybe 1 or 2 men.
Yeah.
So we would love to see more men. We'd like to see the masculine engaging this process more. What's your advice?
I mean, obviously I was lucky enough to have Fan, so I could see it. So I, my subconscious was getting primed for this already. But if you don't have that, there's a great deal of the feminine energy coming through this. And it's great. It holds the container, awesome. But to know that you have your own process. Our bodies function a little different, obviously. We're male. And that was an issue right away. Like, Fan was like, why aren't you doing this part of the cleanse? Why? And I go, man, this cleanse is working great for me. And I'm in my cleanse.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it my way. And it's really helped me. So to know that, and yet I loved listening to the conversations. I loved hearing what other people were going through. I loved hearing your wisdom. It would give me perspective and be able to translate it into the male.
Yeah.
But it's kind of this, right? We have this desire to be on the fountain of youth, whatever that is,
Yeah.
right? But here I am, I'm like doing just healthy things, and suddenly I found the fountain of youth, which is me.
Yeah.
And my body's like happy,
Yeah.
toxins are going out, and I feel more myself as I walk through life.
Yeah.
And when I'm not, both psychologically and emotionally, I can return to that, and I find a greater strength as a male, understanding what it means to be a male. And I think, as you know from the yogic tradition, we need more of that.
Yeah.
And that is a high. I just like, man, if I
Absolutely.
can be true.
Yeah. So your advice to men is just do it and make it your cleanse and let the
Just make
feminine
it-
wisdom come to you, but
Yeah.
translate it
out,
into
you
what
know?
works for you.
Yeah, and I think the more men that do it, then there will be that circle as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we're going to put you up as one of those leaders, Paul. This is amazing. 17 pounds, helped your prostate, helped your arthritis, brought you more home to your authentic self. You know, what more can we ask?
And I'm just going to add one more thing. I've seen a bunch of people that I haven't seen in years, and they're like, wow, your color looks amazing. Like, you did something right.
Yeah.
And these are all physical guys who do these diets, and they're
Yeah.
like, your color looks good. Like, you look very healthy. So
Yeah.
there's something right about this.
There's that extra dimension that Ayurveda brings to it. It's not just a diet. It's not a box. It's not a powder that you buy, et cetera, et cetera. There is that extra dimension, and that's what they see in you. So yeah, so let's hear it for Men Who Cleanse. Paul, thank you
Yeah.
so much. We'll look forward to having you with us in the future and bringing more men into this beautiful
Yeah,
process
yeah.
of cleansing.
You bet.
Thanks.